to another video of Pineapple Wisdom Theory 101. And today, as you can see from the board, I've written some key points down. I will be discussing about IB May 2020. Basically our batch which fucked us over more than COVID did. So I'm gonna go straight ahead into the video and I'll explain what IB is, but not the true intentions because I've done that earlier in my previous video. So to begin, we all know what IB is. We all know it stands for International Baccalaureate. But what y'all did not know is IB also can stand for International Bastards and International Benchwood.
Fucking bloody bastard! You Benchwood bloody! Benchwood you blunder!
As you can see, these words also can be used to describe IB, and I'm not wrong. You can go ask anyone who did an IB syllabus or a BAC. So as you can tell, the 3 B's in IB, when you derive baccalaureate from, you have a key role, and a key stands out to be the business, okay?
This is business!
Hey. You derive the B from baccalaureate, you get a business. And now what the IB's business is, you got it right. Yeah, education. Pardon my alphabet, that is education. And now, with this education, what do you have when you need an education? What do? You give them money. It's simple. IB is a business, and that business is education for them. Not because they want to see you grow, it's just because they want to see you, get disappointed at yourself and commit suicide. I mean, don't kill yourself, but you get what I'm saying. Therefore, it's money-making business. The education what they run is a money-making business, not a foundation that helps you in your future, but a foundation that fucks you in the ass. So now, when you put all of this together, you get a simple word that describes IB. A scam.
What? What the fuck?
Now this can either be, it can be the board itself, IB, and it can be a school. It depends, but in most cases it can be both. But for the sake of this video, let's say it's IB. You can describe IB as a scam. Now let me get into the 2 years course. Why IB is a 2 years course. Not a 3, not a 1, but a 2-year course which fucks you up completely. And makes you do things that you're not proud of, but IB, risk taker. So in the 2 years course, let me tell you what you think you would learn, before entering the course. What you think you would have a mindset of learning is responsibility, okay? And then you have time management. Okay, and most importantly, when you're doing IB, you meet the deadlines. Okay, 3 simple things that you think you would learn in order to make yourself a better person in the future after completing your diploma program. Okay, but what they didn't tell you, and what they will never tell you when enrolled in the IB course, is what you really learn. What you really would learn. It ain't responsibility, it ain't time, nah. Okay? I'll tell you the 3 things as a student of IB student, and I'm pretty sure you've also done this for 2 years course, because why not? Most important thing, you lie. Why would I say you do this is because you lie to your coordinator or your E coordinator saying that, oh, I'm almost done with my IA, I'm almost done with my E, but let's get a fact check. You ain't done. You get never close to even start up your IA and E, which fucks you over. But you somehow lie, you get it done, okay? And then be lazy, which leads to procrastination. And like I told you earlier in my previous video, procrastination leads to you fucking yourself. The same thing what IB does. You be lazy, you learn how to procrastinate more than you ever would, and you would lie. The third one, keep in mind that the third one is something you see the students who have a really high predicted score. And people who attain those really high predicted score use this simple formula to earn that. Okay, and I'm not saying some people didn't work hard to earn those predicted scores, but some people did this to be much easier for them to get a 42, 40, I don't know, the highest predicted score they could get, even though they would not, but they would get. And that is teacher's ass.
Wait a minute.
You heard me. This rule, kissing a teacher's ass, is what they got, is what they've given the privilege for them to have a 40 or I don't know, the highest DP predicted score you can ever get. This third one is the key for them to get into the most high universities that there is, that requires you to get those grades. Without this, they wouldn't go anywhere, trust me. They would be in the same boat as you and I and other people who get an average DP score. But no, kissing a teacher's ass within the 2 years is what you really learn. That's what you become a risk taker for. Why? Because without this, you ain't going anywhere. So people do this to earn that grade, alright? These are 2 years what you really learn, not what you think, responsibility, time, and nah. These are the 3 things that you really do in a 2 years course. And now let me get into the grading. And I'll tell you why this is the most important, unit in our theory, because I'll tell you how this works. It's very simple, and these are the key points, very important points if you're going to do IB. So now grading, and I'll tell you why and how it's done. The 3 outcomes. Okay, first one, you actually sucked. So the people who actually sucked, I'm sorry guys, you kind of deserve it for, being a dick.
I am going to remind you in advance that I am very sorry and I apologize for the inconvenience of me not giving a fuck!
Alright? Second one is when your teacher gives you the confidence and hope, saying, nah, you don't need any changes for your IA. You'll do well, so don't worry. Those are whores. Who does that is a whore. Alright? And the last one is very important. The person who checked your IA is a cunt or a disappointment of a child when he was younger, because very likely to take that stress out on you. Why? Because he also wants to make you feel miserable like his parents did when he was 9 years old, because his parents never loved him, some crap like that. In short, he's a cunt or she's a cunt. Because you never know, even she might be very disappointed that the husband cheated on her with some others, or I don't know, that also affect the personal mood in their situation will affect your IAs, so you can't help it. Now guys, when you've gotten your IB diploma and you might be 5, 2, 3, 1 points away from obtaining a diploma, or even you've gotten a diploma and you're some marks away from increasing in level. Let's say to 5 to 1, okay? These are the marks that you need to increase in level. Now I'll tell you what IB does, and this is why I'm telling you this is a business, and IB is a business, not an education but a business.
This is business!
Hey. There's something called, they give you this hope, and I'll tell you why it's called reevaluation. They give you this hope of you increasing in level. Hope, that little satisfaction, the little hope you get that you're 1 mark away from going to a level 7, 1 mark away from going to a level 6, 3 marks away to going to a level 6. Now when they're giving you the points, right? When they're giving you the points, these cunts give you your grades in such a way that makes you give hope, reevaluation.
Oh my God! Wow!
Makes you give hope that you can increase your level, but it's not going to help because it's just going to take the money from you. So revaluation can be a really high prostitute. Okay, they take the money and they fuck you for that. Pretty simple. There's no hidden meaning behind it, no logic. It's pretty. Revaluation is like a really high-end prostitute. You give her the money for what? To get fucked even more. It's simple as that. That hope that they give you is nothing but prostitution. Okay? Even though there might be a prostitute named Hope somewhere around, but let's keep her aside. Now, this so-called revaluation gives hopes for many IB kids to increase the level or so. So I'll tell you, now I've told you how this works. They take your money, they fuck you, and this is what they're going to say.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
They ain't going to give you an explanation why you didn't get those 3 marks, why you are 1 level behind, 1 mark behind to get a, nah.
You could want him to do.
It is what it is. This is business. This whole scheme, this whole ray of hope that IB gives after your results is something called reevaluation, which nobody should get into. Why? Because you're just helping them get richer. They ain't going to help you pass. They're just going to make you even more, lonely and depressed. Because they take your money and they just fuck you. Prostitution, my man, prostitution. Now, since I've told you what, how revaluation is just a high-end prostitute that takes your money and doesn't, give you what you deserve, I'll tell you the outcomes. As shown here, these are the only outcomes you can ever get if you're doing an IB diploma. Because these bitch-ass whores are very persistent on getting money and not giving you a fuck about it. Then they ain't gonna give a fuck about you. I'm gonna tell you right now, they ain't gonna give a fuck about you. Take the money, they give you an hope that you might get a diploma, but nah, these bitches, nope. These high-end prostitutes on the other hand will never, they just fuck you even more. 4 outcomes: depression, having anxiety, suicidal thoughts. Of course, there's some people who I know who are going through this because they, they fucked up big time, alright? And in the end, you don't get a diploma, you get a certificate. And for the people who did get a diploma by working hard, congratulations, alright? You deserved it, you earned it.
Okay.
With these, all of this in place, you can tell how IB is a, business, not an education board that gives you hope that you would, succeed in life. Nah, that's too far-fetched for you. So let's come back to reality. IB is a scam. How revaluation just fucks you and more because it's basically prostitution. You're just paying and you're not getting anything in return. And kissing a teacher's ass for 2 years is going to give an high-end predicted grades. I'm telling you right now, do that. Do that if you want to get a good, predicted grades, if you don't want to work hard. Alright? Keeping all of this in mind, guys. Keeping all of this in mind. I'm not going to conclude yet, but I have one more slide. Okay, this is the last one, and this is just going to sum up what you've learned in today's Pineapple Wisdom Theory 101. We all know IB is a business, it's not an education, it's a scam. These IB banchos take your money because businesses give you money. When you have a business, you tend to make money, and for IB, this is a lot of money. You mean a lot of money. These banchos, these cons, these pricks, call them whatever you want. Call them whatever cuss word you want that makes you, heart little stressed out, makes your mind a little stressed out. Cuss them out. They take your money and they give you a useless certificate. Alright? Not a diploma, a useless certificate. And these businesses, essentially, when you give them money, they invest in what, you may ask, in more subjects. Why? Because they want to give you this whole idea of having, the luxury of picking more subjects to, But in conclusion, you're just going to get fucked even more, buddy. The more subjects, the more you have fine. It's good choice for you as a student, you know, to get more variety out there. But now, in the end, no matter what you do, you're going to get fucked. You're going to get fucked. Even when you're going to revaluation, in the end, you're going to get fucked. IB is a whole corporation of, it's a whole bunch of cunts and pricks, twats. Is IB in an organization that, you know, just plans to fuck every kid over because they are unsatisfied with their own disappointment of a life they had as a kid. So whoever is correcting your IB, whoever did correct your IB grades out there, you know, and even the teachers who gave you the hope of saying, no, you'll pass.
Your mom's a hoe.
I'm sorry to say, no, I'm not, no, sorry, not so sorry.
I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Your mom a hoe. You can't play with someone's life like that. IB being a scam. So in conclusion of today's Pineapple Wisdom Theory, even though it's more of a fact, and I miss my cameraman and Vikas. I don't know where you are, Vikas. You know, I miss you too. Keep in mind, stay away from IB kids. It ain't your cup of tea. It wasn't my cup of tea. Too bad I ain't going to get the money I spent for the last 2 years with this bunch of, you know, pricks that my parents thought, oh, it's a good education board for my son. Bunch of cunts. Am I right? You guys also wasted approximately seven to like, depending on the school you go to get a shitty diploma, a shitty certificate. Okay, in the end, you're fucked. You wasted 2 years of your life. You could have doing another, you know, course than getting stuck in IB. So good job.
Fucking idiots. You dumb motherfuckers.